So in bread and pastry production NC2, here are the basic competencies, here are the common competencies, and here are the core competencies. The first core competency is prepare and produce bakery products. You will prepare and produce bakery products like soft roll, loaf bread, and Spanish bread. Next, prepare and produce pastry products. You will prepare empanada, pineapple pie, buko pie, and buko pie with lattice design. The third is prepare and produce Gateux, tortes, and cakes. You're going to prepare angel cake, sponge cake, and Swiss roll. Number 4, prepare and display petit fours. In this, you're going to prepare petit fours with white icing toppings with different shapes and design and different color combination. For number 5, present dessert. You're going to present products for desserts. You're going to prepare puff, brownies, and glazed donut. So I will now give you a pre-test to determine your baseline knowledge on this competency. Signing a learning contract. You will also sign a learning contract to ensure your commitment to this training. So please be reminded to bring your employment certificate. I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Welcome to the training once again. Please sign the attendance. Miss Carter, may I have your certificate of employment? Thank you. Today we're going to have a tour on the different workstations. So this is the training resource area. This is where I keep my training aids and training materials. This is the learning resource area. This is like a mini library where you can find the CBLM and other learning materials. This is the contextual learning area. This is where you learn the underpinning knowledge of the qualifications. You can also use this area for lecture and discussions. This is a practical work area where you are going to do or perform your task. Bread will be done in the workstation 1, pastries in workstation 2, and cakes in workstation 3. This is the quality control area. It is where you display your finished product to ensure that they meet the required standards. The support service area that contains the tools and materials for your demonstration. You can also find here resources of competencies that are related to your competencies. This is the computer laboratory. If you want to get your soft copy of the module, you can get it from here. You can also browse the internet here if you need to read and research on topics about your competency. The distance learning area has multimedia equipment and you can use it when presenting videos related to your tools. This is the institutional assessment area where institutional assessment is done. So again, this is the areas in your workshop station as I have shown in the tour. So now let's discuss the competency-based learning materials, or CBLM. Your CBLM includes preliminary pages. This contains the instruction on how to use the CBLM. Next is the learning experience, which will tell you how to read and perform activities per learning outcome. The information sheet that will give you a data and information about the learning outcome. The information sheet also includes a self-check for you to check your learning and an answer sheet to compare your answer with. It also contains job sheet that is composed of several tasks that requires products and outputs. The task sheet, which contains a single task, and the operation sheet, which is used when you have equipment to operate and maintain. The job sheet, task sheet, and operation sheet have something in common. They all have performance criteria checklists to compare your demonstration with. So now, based on your pre-test and self-assessment, I will be assigning you to different areas. So Miss Carter and Mr. Carter, I will be assigning you to prepare and produce pastry products. Mr. and Miss Matthews, I will be assigning you to cakes, prepare Gateux, tortes, and cakes. And Mr. Wong, I will be assigning you to, since you have previous knowledge on bread and pastry, I'm going to assess you. So Mr. and Miss Carter, you may now proceed to the workstation number 2. Please get your CBLM at the learning resource area and proceed to workstation number 2. Mr. and Miss Matthews, please proceed to the workstation number 3. Before you go there, please get your CBLM as the learning resource area. For Miss Wong, I will now assess you for your competency. So in this institutional assessment, I will be checking or assessing if you really have the you really are competent for this competency. So we're going to have a demonstration and interview for the institutional assessment. You must be able to do the soft roll within 2 hours. The soft roll should be golden brown. It should have a creamy white interior, and it should be proportioned in size. The gas holes are small to medium, and is evenly distributed. So you may proceed to the workstation number 1 for making soft roll. Before you proceed, you can get your materials from the support service area, and don't forget to wear your personal protective equipment before you start, and please observe safety procedures. If you're ready, just tell me so we can check it. So let me see. I can see here that your soft roll is golden brown. It is creamy, and its interior is creamy, and its gas holes are medium in size. Very good. You actually meet the required criteria for the soft roll. So let's proceed with the interview. For the interview, you must be able to answer. I will be asking you 5 questions. You must be able to answer at least 3 to be able to pass this interview. So how did you rise the dough? Very good. And since you passed the demonstration in the interview, you are now competent for the first competency. Congratulations. So I will now check your achievement chart, and here is your certificate of achievement, or your COA. You may now choose your next competency. So you choose prepare and produce pastry products. You may now proceed to the workstation 2 and get your CBLM at the learning resource area. Okay, let me. Mr. and Miss Carter, are you ready for the institutional assessment? Yes. May I call in Mr. Carter? So in this institutional assessment, I will be measuring your I will be assessing you using 2 methods: demonstration and interview. For the demonstration, you are going to make pineapple pie for 2 hours, and your pineapple pie should be delicately brown. It should have a lattice design, and its peeling should be intact. So if you're ready, please go to workstation 2 and get your materials from the service support area, and don't forget to wear your personal protective equipment. May I call in Mr. Carter for the interview? So in this interview, so you're done with your pineapple pie. Your pineapple pie is very good. The crust is delicately brown, and the filling is intact and in place. the crust is 1/8 inch thick, so you got a satisfactory rating for this pineapple pie. For the interview, I'll be giving you 5 questions. You must be able to answer 3 questions correctly for you to pass this. So how did you make sure that the filling would be intact in the pie? Very good. So now since you have demonstrated, or your demonstration is satisfactory, and you also have a satisfactory for answer for your interview, you are now competent for the bread and paste for prepare and produce pastry. Prepare and produce pastry. I will now check the progress sheet, progress chart, and the achievement chart. I will now give you the certificate of achievement for this, and you may now choose the next competency that you want. So okay, so you are going to have the cakes, the prepare and produce Gateux, tortes, and cakes. So please proceed to workstation 2, to the practical work area, station 3, and please get your CBLM at the learning resource area. So may I, Mr. Matthews, are you ready for an institutional assessment? Okay, please proceed to the institutional area. So for this institutional assessment, you are going to make a Swiss roll for 2 hours, for an hour, and you are going to for an hour, and the Swiss roll should be slightly golden brown in color. It should be rough